Hello, everyone, and welcome to another evening of music right here at From the Top. I'm your host, pianist Peter Dugan, and we have a very special show for you tonight. Now, you may notice that I'm wearing a sweater which is, let's call it crimson, and you're about to find out why. But first, a little backstory. So, From the Top, as many of you know, is a Boston-based organization. And yet, for the past 5 years, we've not been on the Boston airwaves. That's right, no one has been able to hear the sweet sounds of our young musicians for 5 years in the Boston area until recently. Just 3 days ago, all of that changed. We are back, baby. We are on the airwaves thanks to our friends over at WHRB, Harvard Radio Broadcasting. And yes, that is why I'm wearing crimson, because tonight is all about celebrating the great school of Harvard. We have 4 young musicians joining us. They are all alums of From the Top, and they all went on to study at Harvard. 3 of them are current students, 1 is an alum. We're going to meet a fantastic young cellist. We have twin siblings, a violin and cello, who are just phenomenal. But first, we're going to meet a really great young guitarist. Before we do that, I want to encourage all of you to use the chat section to tell us where you're watching from. Let us know how you're enjoying the show. And later on, be sure to participate in our game. And now let's hear some music. Please welcome the amazing guitarist, Ria Modak. Take it away, Ria. Beautiful, Ria. I've always been a fan of yours, Ria. You hold a special place in my heart because you were part of my very first show that I ever hosted at From the Top. How are you doing? It's so good to see you again.
I'm good. It's so good to see you too. Wow. I feel like I've seen you so many times, but it's really only been 2 other times, I guess.
2 other times because you joined us last year for a show, that very memorable show we take with 𝐻𝐸𝐽𝐳𝐷𝘸𝐻𝐸𝐽𝐳. Tell everyone what you just played. That was such a gorgeous, soulful piece.
Thank you. That was a piece called 𝐕𝐻𝐸𝐽𝐳 𝘱𝐿UNA, which means Reflection of the Moon, by the flamenco guitarist Paco de Lucia. I've been, in quarantine times, delving into new kinds of guitar music. So for the past year or so, I've been taking flamenco guitar lessons.
Wow. You seem totally at home with it.
Yeah.
I never would have known that it's been a relatively new journey for you getting into this style.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a beautiful tradition of music, and it draws from so many different kinds of music, from, Arabic maqam to Indian classical music to, rhythms from Cuba and Latin America. So it's a very, very beautiful tradition.
Guitar is one of those instruments that you can dive into so many different genres without having to, reinvent the way the instrument is played. I mean, it's organic to the instrument is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? And so it's just beautiful. Obviously a little bit speechless after that. Tell us what you're up to at Harvard. How's it going? What are you studying?
Yeah, it's good. I'm a junior. I'm a junior in the Harvard New England Conservatory dual degree program. So I study, what do I study? I study social studies and South Asian studies at Harvard, and I study guitar performance, obviously, at the conservatory.
And so at the end of, tell everyone who's maybe not familiar with this program, it's a famous/infamous program because it's obviously incredibly demanding. At the end of all this, what degrees do you walk away with?
Yes, infamous is exactly the right word. So I'll graduate from Harvard in the 4 years with a BA, and then I'll have an extra year at NEC to get a Master of Music degree.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive stuff. And just great to see you again. We are going to catch up again in a little bit. We have much more fun planned, so I will see you again shortly. Bye for now, Ria. Great job. So, as I mentioned just a few moments ago, folks, we are celebrating all of these Harvard-trained musicians who are also From the Top alums tonight because of the exciting new announcement of our return to the Boston airwaves with WHRB. You can listen Sundays at 5 p.m. And now we're going to bring on 2 musicians. This is a brother and sister duo, the Moons. We have Hayoung Moon and Haeun Moon. Hello, how are you guys doing?
Hey, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for having us.
Am I correct in understanding that you're coming to us right now from Harvard's campus?
Yes, we are. We're actually both living on campus this semester, luckily.
So you've been able to study in person, or how's it going there?
All of the instruction is still virtual,
Okay.
but it's just that we're living in the dorms.
Nice. So you still have a little taste of that college lifestyle. Lots of ramen noodles, cup noodles, like in the middle of the night. I don't know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple essential Cambridge restaurants that every Harvard student knows, and so we get to check those out quite a bit. Yeah.
Hey, now's your chance to give a shout out to one of them.
𝐻𝐸𝐽𝐳, Felipe's, and Hong Kong. Yeah, Pinocchio's. Yeah.
Okay, doesn't mean much to me, but I think for folks watching, they may appreciate the shout out. I'm a Juilliard boy myself, but we don't have to get into that. So tell us what you are studying at school there at Harvard, and also tell all of us when you were on From the Top. What's your history with our show?
Yeah. So I was first on From the Top in 2018. And I played a solo, and then Hayoung and I both came on in 2019, in the summer of 2019, to play a couple chamber pieces together, also with the pianist 𝐕𝐻𝐸𝘪𝐵𝑒𝑛𝑒𝑟
Right.
And right now at Harvard, I am a sophomore, and I study philosophy and social studies like Ria.
Yeah, and I'm also a sophomore as well. We're actually twins. So yeah, we're fun fact. Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I'm also a sophomore.
Crazy.
I'm also in the dual degree program with New England Conservatory, studying cello performance at NEC, and then economics and global health back at Harvard. So yeah, exciting stuff.
Wow. I mean, we are meeting true movers and shakers this evening, folks. These people are going to go on to change the world and the music world and beyond, really. I'm so excited for what you're about to play. Tell everyone this epic piece that we're going to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty sort of like iconic piece in the classical literature. It's called 𝘴𝑠𝐿𝑖𝐴, originally written by Handel and kind of arranged by Halvorsen for violin and viola, but then there's also a cello arrangement as well that is quite famous.
Yeah, well, whenever you guys are ready, take it from the top.
Absolutely.
Yes, give it up for the Moon siblings, twins, and both of you just so phenomenal. Hayoung on cello, Haeun on violin. Wow, stunning performance. Thank you both.
Thank you so much.
We're going to chat with the Moons more in a moment, but next we're going to meet another alum of both From the Top and Harvard. I first met this gentleman way back when he was very small. And I was actually his camp counselor at a summer program. And he has just turned into such an incredible grown person and artist. And I'm very excited for y'all to meet him. Let's bring out Lev Mamuya.
Hey, Peter. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too, my friend. Tell everyone about a little bit about your journey. When you first came on From the Top, what you did at Harvard, and what you're doing now.
Absolutely. So I was first on From the Top over a decade ago now, which is a little scary to say, but at the tender age of 11 in, I think, 2009. And I came on the show again actually when I was 16 or 17, so a little later on. Both those experiences, though, I feel like had a huge effect on kind of my path as an artist and an arts administrator as well, and kind of what I would go on to pursue in school. So especially the second time around on the show, I just had such an amazing and foundational experience doing arts leadership work with From the Top, sharing my music in settings that perhaps I was less experienced in. And it really kind of opened up my frame of thought and frame of reference as to what art can be and how it can be used in the world. And obviously, like these wonderful folk who have come before me, I also ended up at Harvard primarily really to pursue those same types of questions. So I ended up studying in a department called History and Literature there, with a focus on kind of 20th and 21st century culture industries, so everything from music to TV to magazines. And like Ria, was also a student in the Harvard NEC dual degree program, so I would dash over twice or three times a week sometimes to Boston proper for my cello lessons and my cello performance degree there. I finished up at Harvard in 2018 and at NEC in 2019, and since shortly after graduating from NEC, I have rejoined the From the Top family and am actually working as a coordinator in the admissions and scholarship department. So it's been a long and rich history.
Man, I remember, how long have you been back at From the Top now? It's been
a little more than a year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because when I was up there in last February, we got to work together. But I remember first hearing the news that you were going to work for From the Top and help us out, and I was just like, From the Top is so lucky because you are such a gifted and well-rounded citizen, really, and artist. Well, if you're just joining us tonight, folks, we are featuring 4 alums of From the Top who all went on to study at Harvard. And the reason why we are focusing on our Harvard alums is because we have exciting news. As of just 3 days ago, From the Top is back on the airwaves in Boston, thanks to our friends over at WHRB. You can listen in the Boston area Sundays at 5 p.m. And to celebrate our friendship with Harvard, we're going to have a very special moment in our show now. We're going to bring back all 4 of our young musicians for some Harvard trivia. But before we do that, I just want to remind you all that we are an independent nonprofit organization. And if you are enjoying the program tonight and would like to make an offering to help support our efforts, we really would appreciate it. There's a link somewhere in the comment section right about now, and you can go there to help us. We really, really appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much. And now, let's bring on all 4 of our young artists. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey, Peter.
I understand that we have some intense Harvard trivia coming up where I guess you all try to stump each other, but I think I'm participating too, and I'm definitely going to lose. But let's start with Ria. I think you have the first question.
Sure. This is a real nerdy one for all of y'all nerds out there. Oh yeah. Okay. How many miles of books are there in Widener Library?
I know this one. Do I just answer?
Just answer. Do it.
57 miles.
Damn! Oh my god.
Wow.
I actually remember hearing about it when I took a tour, and it like just stuck with me because it's insane. 57 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
You just saved me because I used to be a tour guide and I could not remember.
Wow. 57 miles. Whew.
A lot of books.
That's a lot of books. I wonder how many miles, each of you have made it through.
Walked in the stacks.
Right. Okay, so good question. Haeun, you're up next.
So you all know of the famous statue that's in the yard, that's supposedly, it's I think the third most photographed statue in all of United States. But there are 3 lies about that statue. Do you guys know what the 3 lies are?
One of them is that their name's like actually not. It's not actually John Harvard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the one.
Yes.
Something about the date of it also being wrong?
That's right. On the base of the statue, it says founded, I can't remember, 1638. The year's off by 2 years.
Yes. It says 1638, but it's actually 1636.
Yeah.
So there's one more.
Third one.
Feel free to, if you know it, feel free to put it in the chat, folks who are watching. Is it that originally it was carved with an enormous hat, and vandals went and chiseled it off? No.
That's the one. That's the one, Peter.
Right.
That's right.
Yes.
As satisfying as it is, I think I've got the third one in actuality. I think it's that the statue refers to John Harvard as the founder of the university, which he was not. It was founded by the Massachusetts Bay Colony.
Wow.
3 lies.
Wow.
Good word.
Wow. Okay. You guys are killing it. Lev, you're up next. What's your question?
Got it. So my question, I'm sure all 3 of you have at least some base degree of familiarity with the biggest orchestra on Harvard's campus, the Harvard Radcliffe Orchestra, or HRO. Does anyone know what year the orchestra was founded?
So I'm actually on the board of HRO, and I hosted a trivia night earlier last semester, and I put that question in the trivia game, and I don't remember.
There you go.
Can I guess range of it's the oldest collegiate,
just oldest symphony orchestra in the States.
Period. Damn.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. 1776.
It's not a bad guess. Anyone else?
1492. Christopher Columbus. He just
hitting all those big years, huh? That's all right. So I will put us out of our misery, and it's actually probably for good reason that you don't remember, because there is some dispute. But the orchestra was founded in 1808 originally, and often lays claim to being the oldest symphony orchestra, full stop, in the United States. That is true. Although in the early years, it was definitely much more of an informal vibe. And actually 1 year in the mid 1800s, membership shrunk down to just 1 flautist. So the New York Phil really, as far as true orchestras go, might have the edge. But at Harvard, they love to talk about how old things are, the age of things.
All right. I'm sometimes I like coming up with ideas for TV shows and movies. Who doesn't? Right. I want to see something about the flautist who held down the symphony orchestra.
Held down the fort.
And that
An epic saga of a young man.
Right. Oh man, that's great. Wonderful. Okay, we have one more question. Hayoung, what is it?
Yeah, sure. So if you walk around the yard, you'll notice a couple like holes or dents in the ground, almost like craters. What is the source of these? Why are they there? How did they come to be there?
Yeah,
Is this the anthropology, like digging around Harvard business? Don't they like dig up the yard every so often? I feel like I've seen that happening.
That was my guess. Yeah.
That might be true, but that's I don't think that's the reason for these holes. You want to take a guess?
A wildlife? Wildlife?
Wildlife. That's another good guess. I mean, in a sense, you're kind of right. So during the revolution, students would get cannonballs and throw them from their dorms, and like drop them from their dorms. Yeah. And I know there was like a ton of renovation that had to happen because a lot of buildings were really like severely damaged. But yeah.
Wow. First of all, very generous of you to say that my guess of wildlife was even remotely correct. But
I think you got the closest, honestly.
Wow. That's one way to party, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. This was fun. This was and right after our next performance, I'm going to return the favor with a little from the top trivia, and then you'll all be in the hot seat. But first, we have some more music. Haeun, what are you going to play for us?
I will be playing Recitativo and Scherzo by Fritz Kreisler.
Love this piece. All right, take it away. Give it up for Haeun Moon. Wow. That was just dazzling. Thank you so much. And at this point, let's bring everyone else back on because it's time for our game. If you all have watched these virtual concerts before, you know I enjoy trying to stump everyone. But this is a first because it's going to be From the Top themed trivia, seeing as you're all alums of From the Top, just like you're alums of Harvard or alums to be, I guess, of Harvard. So here we go. I just have 4 questions. And the way this is going to work, they're all sort of number based. So we're going to do like Price is Right style, I guess, where you have to get as close to the correct number without going over. Okay. And we're going to I'm going to change the order. So each of you is going to give an answer. And I'll change the order each time because there is a slight advantage to going last. Okay, the first question is, how many tuba players have been on From the Top? How many tuba players have we featured? That's not counting if they're part of a large orchestra or something like that. But tuba players have we featured. And we're going to start with Lev. You go first.
Feels fair considering I do work for From the Top, but I have no intuition. I'm gonna say, why don't we go 24, a full 24?
Okay. Ria?
I was also gonna say 24, but you know what? I'll say 25.
Okay. All right. I see what you did there. Hayoung? And everyone should be guessing at home, by the way. Put your answer in the chat section.
I think 11.
Okay, 11.
I'm gonna go with 5.
A smart play, the conservative move, and yes, you won that round. It was 7. 7 is the correct.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, nice. Okay, the next question is, how many Carmen fantasies have been featured on From the Top? And I'll tell you that there's been a number of different arrangements. So I can't just say the Carmen Fantasy because there's different instruments, different arrangers. So of all the Carmen Fantasies, how many performances have we had? And this time, Ria's first.
Oh boy. Let's go with 9.
Okay. Hayoung?
7.
7. Okay. Haeun?
11.
11. And Lev?
I'm gonna go 12. I'm gonna push it.
Oh, you guys are so strategic. Very good, Lev. The answer was 16.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
Yeah, 16. 7 of those were Waxman. Waxman is the most popular.
Sure.
And in second place, Francois Born, who did the flute Carmen Fantasy. Okay. In what year did From the Top air its 100th episode? In what year did we air our 100th episode? And Hayoung, you're first this time.
I'm trying to do the math here.
Right. And no Googling,
Yeah.
obviously.
1995.
1995. Okay. Haeun?
2002.
2002. Lev?
2006.
And Ria?
Good even 2000.
The answer is 2004. So Haeun takes that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well
Very
done.
good. It's tricky because, there's generally we have around 16, 17 new episodes a year, right? But it's not 52. It's not like it's not a brand new episode every single week of the year. Okay, and finally, this is a fun one. In 2018, how many different radio stations within the state of Alaska carried our show? how many unique radio stations broadcasted from the top just in Alaska in the year 2018? And Haeun, you're up first. Don't forget to put your guesses in the chat at home, folks.
I'll say 4.
4, okay. Lev?
I was going to go 4. I'm going to go 5.
Okay, he goes 5. Ria?
7. Let's go crazy.
This can get crazy. Throw a cannonball out the window.
I guess
Hayoung?
I have to go 8.
Very good. A clever move, and you take it, Hayoung. Actually, there were 13.
Wow.
It's a big state with lots of mountains that get in the way of the airwaves.
So true, yeah.
13 stations, and 3 of those actually broadcasted the show twice a week. So we were on 16 different, broadcasts in Alaska. That was as of 2018. I don't know if it's more or less since then. But anyway, that's it. Did anyone win more than twice? More than once? I think just Haeun was the big winner there. Wow. All right. Well, thank you all for playing, and thanks everyone for playing at home. That's it. That brings an end to our evening with just one more performance to go. So Ria's going to send us out with a gorgeous piece. But before they do, let's just say thank you one more time to Harvard and WHRB. We are so excited to be back on the air in Boston. And thank you all for watching at home. Don't forget, if you are in the Boston area, to tune in Sundays at 5 p.m. And most importantly, thank you to our young musicians, all 4 of you. So great to see you, hear you, catch up. It's been a real pleasure. And now, Ria, what are we going to hear?
Great. So this is an original arrangement of sorts of Bengali folk tunes that I kind of grew up listening to at home. I say arrangement kind of because most of it is improvised, but there are a few melodic lines that are very dear and near to my soul that I would like to play for you. Hope you enjoy them.
And we would like to hear. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Ria. So beautiful. Really just a beautiful and tranquil way for us to close out the evening. Thanks, everyone. Give it up for Ria Modak, Hayoung, Haeun, Lev Mamuya. I'm Peter Dugan. Thank you all so much for being with us. Good night.
Hello, my name is Benjamin P. Wenzelberg. I appeared on From the Top Show 316 as a composer when the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra and Conductor Award Stare presented the world premiere of my orchestral work, Maelstrom. I also performed as a countertenor on Show 338 with classical guitarist 𝐿𝑘𝐼𝐵. I'm now a member of the Harvard class of 2021, where I've been really honored and grateful to make music with several wonderful From the Top alums and friends on campus. Through my responsibilities as music director of Harvard College Opera and of the Mozart Society Orchestra, as well as my compositional, pianistic, and vocal activities around campus, I've been really excited and thankful to perform with, write for, and conduct several amazing players and friends who call From the Top home. I'm really excited that From the Top is going to be broadcast on WHRB, a great radio station that reaches a ton of folks in the greater Cambridge and Boston area, including the Harvard community, of course.
Hi, my name's Ellen Burstein. I'm a cellist and a pianist and a junior at Harvard College, and I was part of From the Top Center for the Development of Arts Leaders program in high school. I'm thrilled that From the Top is going to be airing on WHRB. It's such a special organization and does such great work showcasing classical music in the Boston area, so I can't wait to listen.
I am beyond thrilled that From the Top is going to be aired on WHRB. I listen to WHRB almost every day in the morning, so it feels like coming full circle in some respects. And I really hope you enjoy the music that we have to share with you, and that it brings some joy and light into your day.